The G20 agenda in 2015 under the Turkish presidency will include engagement groups on energy and tourism, as well as side projects for businessmen, labor unions, youth groups, think tanks, and women, Turkish Deputy Prime Minister Ali Babacan has said. Babacan was addressing ambassadors from G20 countries in Ankara on January 27. Turkey assumed the G20 presidency on December 1, 2014. The first G20 finance ministers and central bank deputy governors level meeting will be held in Istanbul between February 8 to 9, 2015. Babacan added that the World Tourism Organization wanted to organize a meeting under Turkey's presidency later this year. As the official agenda of the G20 is already heavy, Turkey plans to open the floor for unofficial groups like the B20, a working group for the business world. Other bodies will be the L20 for labor unions, the T20 for think tanks, the Y20 for youth organizations, the C20 for non-governmental organizations and civil society groups, and the W20 for boosting the participation of women in business and entrepreneurship. Discussing the content of Turkey's G20 agenda, Babacan said they divided its topics into three under the title 3 I's: inclusiveness, implementation, and investments. He said the first I, inclusiveness, included the two main pillars of intranational inclusiveness and international inclusiveness. Emphasizing that they would give special importance to small and medium-sized enterprises, Babacan said most employment was created by SMEs in G20 countries, so the needs of SMEs would be taken into account during every agenda item of the G20. Babacan said they had spoken to the International Chamber of Commerce to establish an international, permanent platform for SMEs to raise their voices globally. He added that under the international dimension of the inclusiveness pillar of Turkey's G20 agenda, they will discuss the situation of low-income developing countries. Under every G20 agenda, we should ask ourselves whether their needs are adequately covered and addressed, said Babacan, adding that inequality and health care issues will be particularly discussed during the meetings. Naming implementation as the second I, Babacan pointed out that many countries are already aware of the importance of structural reforms and have prepared their agendas for the coming period. They, the OECD and the IMF, expect that if the G20 countries implement what they have already committed to, global growth will be 2% higher than the usual scenario in about 5 years' time, he said. The G20 Leaders Summit will be held in Antalya on November 15 to 16, 2015.